Hello, hello. I'm back. Oh, I'm so happy. The laptop seems to be working. Yes, that is great. If you're just joining for the first time, welcome and welcome back. If you've been here before, good afternoon. It's a lovely Tuesday here. Hi, Annalena. Hello, hello. So a little bit of household admin. If the video is very pixelated for you, you can fix that by going to the settings wheel on your screen and then choosing a high resolution. If the video gets very choppy, it pauses every once in a while, just leave it paused for a while and then just click play again, and then hopefully it will run smoother. If you have no sound, which, you know, you wouldn't be able to hear this, but if you have no sound or something is off, close the window and try again. That usually works. I don't know why that is even an issue. Yeah, I don't know why that happens, but you know, it happens every once in a while. So, hi Natasha. You're wearing your sweater? Yes! Yes, this is my newest sweater. It is, I made this within a week on the knitting machine. I finished knitting it on the machine in just 2 days. I think, you know, if I took out a full day, I could even do that within 1 day. But all the finishing, like I did the ribbing all by hand, and that took quite a while. I had to do the neckline twice because I picked up too few stitches the first time. Hi Emma, good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, just hello to everyone is watching on the replay as well. Yeah. And I don't know if any of my followers are participating in a Ramadan, but if you are, happy Ramadan. I think it just started a few days ago. So yeah. So that's also why I'll be not drinking on camera, just, you know. So a little something different today because I am still working on a blanket, but I'm working on a baby blanket. Oh, and also do let me know if the music volume is alright. Yeah, because last time I used the lo-fi playlist, this time I'm using the bossa nova playlist again. So yeah, I might have set it a little bit differently, so let me know. So I got my laptop fixed. It would not connect to the internet last week. Hi Rose, hello. Sweater looks great. Oh, thank you. Yes, I have filmed the process, and I hope to be editing that this week. Yeah, so my laptop would not connect to the internet, and it was the stupidest solution. And I'm sure you can guess what the solution was, so I'm gonna give you a guess. I tried everything. I followed all these tutorials and I couldn't get it to connect to the internet, even though all of the devices in the house were connecting to the internet just fine. But still, I reset the router, did all of that. I moved the laptop closer to the router. I turned my laptop off and on a couple times. I reset the firewall, because that's what it said that the problem was. So all weekend I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Maybe I need to buy a new one. And yesterday I took it to a repair shop here in Inverness, and he restarted the laptop and it was fixed. And it was I felt so dumb. No, but my laptop has something that's called a fast startup, which means that if you shut it down, it doesn't shut down 100%, so that it's faster when it starts up again. Which is weird. And the weirder thing is, to me, that if you click restart instead of turn off, with restart it will actually turn off fully. So yeah. So even though I have been turning off my laptop every day, in the kind of process menu, he saw that the laptop had actually been running for 16 days because I had not pressed restart. So that was just the stupidest solution. But very happy that it worked. Very happy that it was such a quick solution. And very happy that I don't have to buy a new laptop. So yeah, so very happy with that. Emma says, just got home from work, yay! So I can enjoy the whole stream. But now the great question, what am I going to do? Yeah, are you knitting? Are you spinning? Are you doing something else? The world is your oyster. Hi, Marina! Greetings from Limburg, hi! Oh, my home. I'm coming back home in a few weeks for Easter. And I'll be bringing back all the cheese and hagelslag I can get. And weirdly enough, unsalted peanuts, because they're very expensive here to get unsalted peanuts. And I use them a lot, so that's weird. I'm not helping. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I always find it difficult to decide what I'm gonna do as well. And there has been a time where I was so indecisive that whenever I sat down to knit or crochet, I would have 3 projects around me and I would do a couple rows on each of those projects for that evening. Which to my mind was fun because I got to, you know, do everything, but I figured out it was more satisfying to just work on one project. So, and now I just pick, like, okay, I'm picking up this project. That means I'm only working on this project for now. I mean, for that chunk of the day. So for that evening or whenever it is that I'm sitting down. Yeah, because otherwise I was just not getting anything done. Even though in my mind I was working on so many things. So yeah. So yes, let me talk about the sweater. I finished my first machine knit sweater. It is a bit scratchy, so I think I have to wash it a couple more times. I think that'll help. I have the yarns right here that I used. I used 2 cones of this. So I did this double-stranded, and then I used these 2 together for the ribbings. And yeah, it's a drop shoulder. It isn't looking very neat. And I think what kind of makes it weird is that, you know, for a drop shoulder, you need a kind of oversized sweater to make a drop shoulder look good. But this is not an oversized sweater. The body of the sweater fits me just really nice, and the arms are very fitted, which is why I think the drop shoulder just doesn't really work, because everything is fitted and then there's just pockets here. So, but it's, you know, it's fine. It's a nice sweater. It's very warm. Maybe some embroidery first and later some sewing. That does sound fun, actually. But yes, for myself, I really had to pick one project, because otherwise I was just, yeah, getting distracted. So next time, I'm either going to make it oversized with the same construction or a different construction, but I'm not sure how to do that yet, so I will see. But this was a lot of fun, and I also think next time, if I do a V-neck, it needs to start lower, because it kind of feels weird to have a high up V-neck, but I never really have V-necks, so I don't know, we will see. It was a lot of fun to do in any case. And yeah, so I'm working on the video for that, so hopefully that would be up later this week or next week. Rose says, forgive the non-knitting related question, that's okay. How do you like Inverness? I've never been to Scotland, but would love to visit someday. Yeah, we love Inverness. My partner and I, we're not big city people. Well, you know, I did live in Beijing, which I loved, and Beijing has as many citizens as the entirety of the Netherlands. So I did live in a big city and loved it, but that was a different part of life. Yes, we are loving it. We are 20 minutes from the ocean and 20 minutes from the mountains, and it's gorgeous here. The people are so nice, so welcoming. But still, we are looking for a home outside of the city, just because we would like that for our everyday life. But yes, Scotland is amazing. Weather-wise, we have discovered that the west coast of Scotland gets all the rain, and the east coast, where I am now in Inverness, we're actually quite lucky with the weather. So that's nice. Natasha says, how are you going to make it oversized? Weren't you 2 stitches short on this machine? Yes, correctly. Yes, correct. So yes, my machine only has 100 stitches. So that means I am looking at a pattern with a different construction rather than this. And I think it will be easy enough. I just need to do, you know, the decreases that I did here. I just kind of have to do that as well on the shoulder. And then the seaming is, of course, a little more difficult, but I think I'll figure it out. I mean, I could do it on the swatch first. But yeah. So I would be looking at a fitted and different construction thing rather than more oversized. Or I do have this option of changing the gauge on my machine. It has 4 different gauges, and I use the 3rd largest, so I can use the 4th one, which is the largest. That could also make it more oversized. but I don't know if that would be enough. So yeah, but I'm just gonna play around. Yeah, I don't know of many patterns for knitting machines, but I think I can tweak the one that I have. Hope you find your home soon. Thank you. Yeah, I have high hopes, but yeah, it's such a big decision, you know, so yeah, so but I hope we find something. So let me set up my camera. Oh, I just got a new alert. One new property for sale in Scotland. So I set this alert, but like I spread the net very wide. So usually when I open the notification, it's just an apartment in the city or 3 hours up north, or yeah. Yeah, all right. Is it now working? It is, yay! Okay, is it zoomed in? I think that's probably fine. How's Tim liking his job? Oh, thank you for asking. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. Of course, you know, he needs to get used to it, and sometimes he doesn't feel very confident because it's all in a different language and there are different protocols here, and you know, sometimes he could use a bit more confidence, but yeah, every day he's coming home with a big smile like, oh, I can't believe this is my job. And I'm so happy for him, because we were not picky at all with, you know, the jobs he would apply for. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna work on my baby blanket, which I'm just about to finish. Look, I only have like 60 stitches, but I also, look at the blue. There is another blue stripe coming up, and I only have this. So we'll see. And this week, Tim is in Wick, which is in the very northern part of Scotland. It's on the north coast. Maybe you know Thurso or John O'Groats. It's in that vicinity. But yeah, it's really cool. He gets to stay there this week to work on a project, and next week he's going to Orkney again. So he's coming home in a weekend, and then Sunday afternoon he'll fly to Orkney. And Orkney is this island group, and it's just beautiful. Last time he went there, he got me 2 skeins of yarn, which was really sweet. So yeah, I'm really happy for him. So what I'm doing with this blanket is that I'm knitting a stripe of 20 rows, and basically it's garter stitch. So every row you can count by the garter ridge. Sorry, I mean every 2 rows. So I knit until I have 10 garter ridges, and then I know I've done 20 rows. Hi Chris, how are you? Oh right, and this I-cord that I'm doing. You know how usually I-cord is like at the beginning of the row you knit 3 stitches, and at the end of a row you slip 3 stitches without knitting them. But this I-cord, you knit 2 of them and 1 you slip, and on the other row it's easier to just show you. So this one looks like a purl stitch, so I need to slip that and then move the yarn back to knit this one, and then this one I'm slipping again. So you're alternating that, and I think it's so nice. So that is my new favorite way of doing I-cord. And the yarn I'm using is West Yorkshire Spinners, and they have lots of different yarns, and this is their wool and silk yarn, which is called Exquisite, and it is very, very nice. Okay, so I'm at the I-cord again. So here, the first one looks like, oh, maybe I need to zoom in. So the first one looks like a purl stitch, right? So I don't knit that, I just slip it with the yarn in front. Then I knit this one, and then I slip this one again, right? I turn. Oh. I turn, and now I'm knitting the ones that I slipped, which on this side look like a knit stitch. So knitting that, slipping this one, and knitting this one. And I'm always pulling on my loops here because I tend to do I-cord a little bit tight, so I always need to pay attention to loosen it up a bit. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying this type of I-cord. And I really like this part of the blanket because I get to decrease 2 stitches every right side row. So that means I'm decreasing 20 stitches per stripe. So I know that I'm almost done. Oh, Natasha, how's it going with your blanket? Did you say you had to start over last time? And, you know, of course, for the rest, please also feel free to share what you're making. Maybe you've been crafting over the weekend. The weather was very cold here in the weekend, so I got to wear all my knits. Oh, and it was Mother's Day here in the UK. So, it's only Mother's Day in May in the Netherlands, so. But I did have to get a Mother's Day card last weekend for my mom, because otherwise I'm not sure that I would be able to buy one. Oh yeah, you had to start over. You're on the decreasing side again. Oh, that's good. Oh, I did something with my screen. You have well over, what is that, 200? Well over 200 stitches on my needles. Oof. Yeah, the middle rows on this blanket were so long. So I was very happy to start decreasing again. You know, blankets like this, you're starting them with just 3 stitches and you're like, oh yay, this is fun. Oh, only 2 hours and I've already done so much. And then, and then it just, but almost done. I put a lot of hours in this last week. Oh, well, good for you. On the decreasing side again. I've started another baby blanket, and for that one I'm just knitting it at the full width. So every row is going to be long, but at least they're not going to be longer. But I'll have cables in that one, so I'll be dreading the cable rows, and then there's a few nice rows of just knit and purl. Rose says, this weekend I came across some yarn that I bought about 25 years ago. Amazing. I don't remember what attracted me to it. I'm not crazy about it. I've started many projects over the year with this yarn. Over the years, yeah. Yeah, you know. I was stash busting a lot last year before I moved. And there were so many yarns where I was like, why did I buy this? This is not my favorite color. It's not my favorite material, but you know, a lot of yarns I would just buy because it was on sale, or a friend of mine would say, hey, we're cleaning out my mom's stuff or my grandparents' stuff, here's all this yarn. And I would say, oh, thank you. No, usually I was really happy with it because, you know, I started knitting when I couldn't really afford it. So I just took anything. But then I wanted to find the perfect project for each yarn, and then I just kind of got stuck. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 means I've got 9 ridges, so one more back and forth to go. Oh, you keep undoing them, the projects you made. Okay. I'm now making a scarf that I will probably never wear. Well, what kind of yarn is it? Maybe we can have a little brainstorm. Is it acrylic? Is it cotton? Is it wool? Is it a blend? And for the color, is it a solid color or is it a multicolored yarn? Because multicolors are always a bit more difficult. I bought so much yarn because it was on sale. Yes, exactly. And so while I was destashing, I found that a lot of the yarn that I found difficult to use was either bought on sale, part of a mystery purchase, for example a yarn club or an advent calendar, or a gift. And in the first case I would not be very picky about the yarn because it was so cheap, and in the other 2 cases I did not pick the yarn really because it was a gift or a mystery buy. And you know, over the years you find a lot about yourself that, you know, there's some colors that maybe you like to see, so you buy them and you don't wear them. Or maybe you're not that focused on the color when you're buying it, but you are looking for a particular color when you're making a project. So yeah, there's a lot to learn when you look at your stash, and then, you know, which yarns do I actually use? And sometimes, you know, most of the time, it's lack of time, right? If we had all the time in the world, oh, I would knit so many beautiful things. But sometimes you gotta just make something. And I don't mean anything, but just, you know, don't save the yarn for the perfect project. But yeah, make a simple project with that beautiful yarn, even though you think it deserves a more spectacular project, you know? Because I find simple patterns always make the yarn shine, even though I feel it needs color work or lace or whatever. Okay, I've done 10 ridges with this color. Oh, it's an acrylic blend. The main color is an electric blue. Ooh, could be nice. But it has these colorful specks, almost like tiny balls spaced out along the thread. Honestly, it looks... Sorry, that heart is in the way. Honestly, it looks like something left over. Like tweed? could be nice. From the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, acrylic blends are tough. You know, if you have a lot, I'd probably just make a cardigan or a blanket or something. Just so you can use it all in one go. And I find that with a cardigan, because it goes over something, I'm not that fussy about the content. Because acrylic I wouldn't want to wear on my skin. But like a cardigan, I've had loads of acrylic cardigans which I reached for time and time again. And for a blanket, you know, the color doesn't really matter. For blankets, you can get away with a lot. Okay, I'm on to this golden yellow again, which is called Tuscany. Annalena says, I agree, something simple. Yeah, because that's often the easiest to make, so you get it done quicker. Oh, unfortunately not tweed. Oh, okay. So some kind of like artsy yarn, perhaps. Those are a bit more difficult, yeah. 300 grams. Oh, yeah, that's... 300 grams. Oh no, what have I done? Okay. Okay, the yarn looked a bit weird. 300 grams. I'm using 300 grams for this baby blanket. But you know, I got a lot of satisfaction last year of donating some yarns that were giving me headaches of, you know, trying to figure out what to do with it. There's always going to be people who, you know, just want to make things for the sake of making things, so it doesn't really matter which yarn. Just because it's therapeutic, and yeah, and they get a lot of yarn at thrift stores or charity shops. So yeah, I gave a lot of yarn away, but I get that if that doesn't appeal to you. Natasha says, I purposely made a crochet blanket with all sorts of yarn scraps and colors that I didn't like. Looks kind of hideous, but my kids loved that blanket. Oh, that's so fun! I bet it was really fun to make, though. Usually scrappy projects are a lot of fun to make. And yeah, for a blanket, you can go as colorful as you like. I'm so glad that you kids and your kids love it so much. Nico. Because of daylight savings here, I'm able to catch the live stream. Oh! Oh, wait. That's coming up, yeah. It's a couple weeks later here. Oh, that's good. I've lots of scrap yarn. The blanket idea is great, thanks. Yeah, it really is a great idea. With wool scraps, I made a lot of pot holders, which, you know, could also work for acrylic if you're okay with it melting a little bit. But yeah, because, you know, you can buy the prettiest pot holders from the store, but after a couple uses they'll all look a bit squished, you know? So I was happy to do that from scraps. And also from that really thick cotton yarn, like the t-shirt yarn. I use those for oven dish holders as well. Or like with pot holders, I just mean the things that you put underneath the pot. Hi Ariadne! Hello! Really like the colors you're working with, Carmen. Thank you! Thank you. It is a baby blanket. And yeah, I try to make the colors a bit neutral. And also, the parents said they didn't like red or purple or white. I still put white in it because I had already bought the yarn. And they didn't like black. But, you know, black for a baby blanket would have not been my first choice. This is the beach house blanket, yes. Or beach hut blanket. I haven't decided. Hi Inez! I was just gonna say the same about the colors. Yeah, so it's West Yorkshire Spinners. I'm not sure if I have the label here. It's their exquisite yarn. And I have this sunflower petal buttery golden yellow, beautiful, which is called Tuscany. Not sure if it's showing up on that camera. This is more like it. It's a bit more vibrant on this one than here, which is strange. Here it looks a little bit more buttery. And this one, I don't remember the color name. And I think the white was just called cream. I can look this one up. I think it's Naples. So Tuscany, Naples. This might not have been cream. Pot holders! Yes! Yes! Because, yeah. Who cares what color the pot holders are, right? And you can totally use acrylic for the ones that go underneath the pot. Yes, they really remind me of a beach as well. Maybe because they remind me of a seagull, like, you know, seagull, its beak, and then the sea, maybe, or sea, clouds, sandy beach. That's probably it. It's wool and silk. Oh, I should have the label. Yeah, it's called, I'll just type it in the chat, West Yorkshire Spinners Exquisite. And then they have two options. You have a lace weight and you have a 4-ply, and this is what they call 4-ply. It's kind of like a sock weight. Oh, Natasha, see you later. Bye. And it's, I think it was 70% wool, 30% silk, I think. And it was this kind of blend was specifically requested by my sister-in-law's midwife. That just seems so weird. But yeah, the midwife, she gave a, I don't know if it's midwife or doula actually, but she gave like this a pamphlet of wool and silk things for a baby. So a hat, socks, leggings, and a blanket. Oh, do I hear Momo? Momochi. Hey. So then I just looked. Oh, I can't remember if I got this from Wool Warehouse or the Knitting Network or something like that. But I just filtered for the yarn fibers. Hello. What is it? Oh no. Oh. Momo says she's having a bad day because she hasn't had snacks yet or hasn't gone outside. Yeah, beach house or hut, yeah. I can't really decide which one I like. But there's a lot of bees in the name. Beach house baby blanket or beach hut baby blanket. And I find that I always choose words that start with the same letter if I do patterns. Yeah, my striped and stranded socks, my simple toed socks, my Highland hat, my home hat. It's like, I don't even do it on purpose. Yeah, mama. Maybe you can hear her purring. Aww. She's giving me kisses. Mama. Cat hair on my face. And Mama. Yeah, I know. Such a tough life. Oh, hi Gabriella. Did your cat react? ASMR, yeah. ASMR with Momo. Oh, autocorrect. Oh. Yeah, Tim is away this week. So I'm the only human in the house. Oh, Momochi. She's making air biscuits. Huh? She's got a little blanket behind me on the chair. Want to sit on the blanket? She's not done yet. They react to the spinning. Oh, so cute. Hello. Oh, I love you too. Yeah. Grab the yarn. Oh, but what? Which spinning do you mean? When you spin yarn or when you actually... No, know. Oh, wait. Ah, Momo. Momo, come on. Yeah, I'm not sure if spinning is the same in English. It might be purring. Because in Dutch we call it spinnen. Spinnen. I'm not sure if it's the same. Can't remember. Momo. Okay. Oh! Momo! Jail! What have you done? Okay, it's gone. I had, she clawed at my sweater. Okay, she found the blanket behind me. Right. Okay. Let's finish this blanket. Can I finish it? How many stitches do I have? Wait, already lost count. $40, $50. And for each stripe, I decrease 20 stitches. So not long to go. But yeah, the stripe after this is blue. And I have this much. It's not a lot. This chat is cheering me up. Yay! I woke up feeling a bit sad. Oh, and now I'm thinking I'll work on my emotional support chicken a little bit. Oh, that's so cute. Before I need to take Nessie for a walk. Oh yeah, hi Nessie. Yeah, sometimes happens, doesn't it? We wake up and we're like, and then something happens and you're like, it's not so bad. For me as well, I was so uninspired this morning. I was so bored. But now I'm really happy. I'm also bored because I'm home alone. Just, yeah. So when I'm home alone, there's like no pressure of doing anything. Yeah, I know she doesn't react. Day 15 of trying to get a reaction out of Nessie. No. Yeah. Momo also never reacts to a voice, to a digital voice. Like when I'm video chatting with Tim, and you know, usually she does react to his voice, but when it's over the phone, just nothing. So I don't know what that is. She's just staring into space. I'm also working as a creative home alone. Yeah, you know, it can be difficult as a creative sometimes, because if you do creative work, sometimes it feels like you have to force it, and you can't, well, sometimes deadlines work wonders for my creativity. So sometimes I'll set a timer or something. I see that a lot with painters. Like they'll set a timer for 15 minutes and try to paint something in that time. But usually you can't really force creativity, so yeah, can be difficult. Hello, Shatika. Blessings and crochet. Oh. Hello, hello. Oh, the rows are going so fast now. Oh, and for those wondering about the colorwork blanket, yes, I still have it. Still need to finish part of the sewing up, but I was just so looking forward to finish this blanket that I wanted to do this. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it can be suddenly a lot of creativity and then I get very tired. Oh, yeah. Yeah, usually I just have to do it a little bit each day. When I first went full-time as a designer, I would block out days. Like, oh, on Monday I will do this. On Tuesday I will do this. So for example, Monday is for admin stuff and website stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then Tuesday would be new pattern time or something. But when I dedicate a whole day to something, I just procrastinate and I maybe do something at the very end of the day. But when I only have to do something for 30 minutes, then I find that it's much easier to create. I say that and I haven't been doing that technique a lot lately, even though I should get back into it. Just setting a timer for 30 minutes and just create. See what happens. I have bad tendencies to procrastinate admin stuff like taxes. Yeah, tell me about it. My tax stuff is up this month. So by the end of March, I need to do the taxes for last year. I've done part of it, but not all of it. But my bookkeeper has emailed me as well, so now I'll feel obligated to another person besides myself, and that always works. I'm always much better with the deadlines if someone else depends on it. Which should not be happening, but it is. Okay, I'm gonna have to drink something, but I'll do it off camera since it's Ramadan. Sorry if that was weird. How much left on the blanket? Which one? On the colorwork one, I only have a couple seams to go. Like a just half of a column or something. But on this one, I just have 50 stitches here, so maybe now I have 46 or 44. I'm decreasing 2 every right side row. Yeah, and let me find the other tip of the blanket. The colors are not going to match up, but yeah, we don't have much longer to go. Sorry to be true. No, sorry, don't apologize. And then I apologize myself. I'm becoming very British with all the sorry. It's very weird here when you're in a supermarket and you're like, yeah, not even close to bumping into someone. You're like looking down, sorry. Canada's like that too. Oh, okay. Then I don't feel so weird. I do really have to get used to asking, how are you? Oh, how are you doing? I'm good. How are you? And it's just like completely a script. They always say, yeah, good, thanks, how are you? And I don't know if I want to keep doing that, but it's like rude if you don't. But you know, you ask anyone, like the cashier at the supermarket. And I'm like, usually my rule is, when I ask someone how they are, my rule is that I need to have time for the answer. You know, I need to have time for the worst possible answer, you know? That's usually my rule, but yeah, the UK is kind of messing that up. Need to take Nessie for a walk. Have fun on your walk. Thanks for the pick-me-up. Thank you for being here. Sometimes I wish in Netherlands they were a bit more like that. People bumping into you without sorry or asking if they can pass. Yeah, in the Netherlands it's kind of the other end, isn't it? I do also wish that sometimes. Canadians apologize for everything. My Italian husband keeps telling me to stop doing that. Yeah. I see it happening. He's like, what? Yeah, we've only been here 4 months, but already I'm wondering, like, if we go home to family, if they'll be like, you know, do normal, like, be normal. What's happening with you? Yeah. It's like that in the US too. As a German, I really had to get used to it. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Picking up a kid from school. Okay. See you later, Gabriella. There's no time for that in Germany. Yeah. Yeah, you have to catch your groceries. Yes. Yeah, I'm used to, you know, groceries being like a sport. And here it's like waiting for the next item, and I'm like, in the cart, yes, I win. No. But yeah. And they're looking at me like, are you in a hurry? In the US, they pack it for you and get confused if you bring your own bags. Oh, I heard about that, but I thought it was just in movies. Honestly. Huh. Like in TV shows, they would be like, oh yeah, Billy got a job as a, I don't even know what they call it, the grocery, feels weird to say packer, grocery wrapper, and I'm like, yeah, that's a made-up job. Okay, only exists in cartoons. Yeah. Oh, okay. I remember I had one friend from Amsterdam, and you know, if you know anything about like the different regions of the Netherlands, it's like in Amsterdam they're like much more tough and direct than in the rest of the Netherlands. And she was telling me about the time she went to the US, and she was like, yeah, and then I went into a store and they're like, how are you, how was your day? And she was like, and she actually said, why do you care? And I was like, no, you can't say that, like, come on. There are so many social media accounts where it's like, you know, differences between this country and that country, and you know, there's the American guy who will do, I think he's called Let's Double Dutch, and he will do Dutch versus American sketches and Dutch versus British, and it's so funny. And there's the Vietnamese girl Yen with a German boyfriend. Oh, I love her videos. it's so funny, like with the garbage, like you know, dividing them into, you know, different categories, and yeah, the grocery packing. Yeah, I shop at Aldi mostly because I want to use my own bags and pack my own stuff. Otherwise, it will just end up in 1,000 plastic bags. That's so crazy though that they still do that. I thought plastic bags were banned all over the world. Hi Natasha, welcome back. We were talking about grocery shopping in different countries. You know, I always love going to the supermarket on vacation. I love looking at the different chocolates and cheeses and breads and magazines. Here in the UK, the grocery stores are huge. You know, not as huge as in France or something, where you can get a Carrefour or an Auchan, where you can buy like garden furniture. Like, not that big, but still. Okay, I have 9 fridges, 1 more back and forth. No, they are not. Oh, the plastic bags, they're not banned. Okay. That's why our season oceans are full. Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning a lot about plastic here. Because in the Netherlands, you know, we have, you know, garden waste, you know, from the garden, and then foods. That goes in one bin, and then we have another bin for just general waste, and then we have cardboard, and then we have one bag for plastics, drink cartons, and metal, right? Like tin cans or something. And here in the UK, you can recycle hard plastic, like the how do you say that? Like the sort of baskets that you get fruit in or something, and the little things for meat, like the trays. But the what's it called? Like the thin film of a layer of plastics that covers it. They don't recycle that, or they recycle it separately. And I'm hearing more and more about, you know, so much plastic actually not getting recycled, and especially the thinner plastics. Yeah, like cling film. Yeah, but you know, your cling film is like kind of squishy, and then, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. The film that goes over the meat trays or something when you buy it from the store. And other soft plastics like bread bags or something. Those are recycled separately, and sometimes they're not recycled at all. And I also saw this documentary that was like, yeah, well, there's a lot of marketing money that goes into making people think plastic is recyclable, because otherwise they would not be buying stuff, and we need people to be buying stuff. And I was like, oh my god, like how far does the rabbit hole go? And I just get so sad thinking about it. You know, we're here worrying about every plastic bag and straw, which, you know, I'm glad we're finding solutions for things and substitutes. But like with celebrities flying private jets for just 20 minutes, it's just, you know, what's it all for? Oh my god, this is getting too dramatic, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, I finished this stripe. So now I have to use the blue yarn again. Dun dun dun. Okay. I'm putting up a pole. Can I do that here? Start a pole. Yes. Can I finish the next stripe with blue? Yes. No. Boom. So I think I have about 36, 34 stitches now, and at the end of the stripe it will be 20 stitches less, right? So it will only be like this much. But it's a very tiny ball of yarn. Can I finish it? I don't even know. Yarn chicken. I'll keep the ball of yarn outside of the screen, just to mess with you. Or, you know, just until the poll is done. Team Optimist, hey! Oh boy. Yeah, this is the moment of the truth, because the blue yarn was the yarn I started the blanket with, and also this yarn has, or this color has the most stripes in the middle of the blanket where I have the most stitches. Oh, y'all are very optimistic. Okay, okay. You know, but to end on a positive note regarding plastics and the environment, I do believe that everyone who can knit or crochet or knows how to sew, I do believe that everyone who learns how to make something that they could have also bought, but instead they made it themselves, I believe that we're less likely to continue to buy things in stores. And oh, what did I do here? Okay. And that's good for the environment. So I do believe we play a big part in that. Okay, any more bets? Because I'm closing the poll soon. And I know the poll is probably only visible on mobile and laptop and computer. So if you're watching on the TV, you can just vote with your phone real quick. I'm off screen. Oh, I was with the knitting? Thanks for letting me know. Sometimes I forget how much I've zoomed in. Or I can... There. That should be better. Oh no, it isn't. Okay. I'm cutting it real close. But the stripe is getting, you know, narrower and narrower, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna close the pull, the end of the row. right. Uh-oh. Okay. My screen sometimes goes black. And pull. Okay. 80% thinks I can finish it. Very, very positive. That's good. What would you do if it is not enough? Great question. I would finish it with just the other colors because I do have enough of this. If I also ran out of this, then I might just cast off like an I chord, and that would mean one of the corners has this little bite out of it. Buy more. Yeah, I could buy more because then I can also make matching items. But the yarn was quite expensive. At least I thought so. So I don't know. I think I would finish it with one of the colors that I still had. Okay, it is looking good though, because I still have this. I can zoom out a little bit now. That way I don't have to check as much if I'm in the screen. I don't even think you would notice it if I say I run out of yarn right now, and if I just finish it with white. I don't think people would notice it, and if they did, it would not be a big problem, I think. But I do think I'll have enough for this bit. But when I had just started the decreases and I looked at my yarns, I thought, oh no, I'm not gonna have nearly enough. Oh no, I need to buy more. What am I gonna do? You know, I should have just properly measured it when I was halfway on the blanket, because if the yarn is you know, if I still have 50 grams at the midway point of the blanket, I'll have enough. Simple as that. But I didn't weigh it. Okay, 2 more. No, 4 more rows. 2 more garter ridges. Hi, Serena. Hello, Carmen. I came in late to your stream. But yes, I do think you will have enough to finish with the blue. Yes, thank you. Go, Carmen. Yay! Three more rows. Oh. It's getting tangled. I've just a little white triangle to go after this, and then it is finished. Okay, back and forth once more. And it seems like you guys were totally right about me having enough yarn. Was that it? 1, 2, 3. Yes, 10 stripes. Yay! Finish the stripe. It's just this little tiny ball. I'm gonna rewind this ball so that you see how small it is. Hi, Ivana. How are you? Natasha, yeah, I was wrong. Voted no, yeah. Yeah, I was going back and forth on this. Nice sweater, thank you. Hey, Gabriella's back. Look how small it is. Look. Only this tiny ball. Okay. If I can make a baby hat with this, you know, maybe I'll just need to knit socks, but I'll try a baby hat first. Maybe I can just do like 2 rows of this, because that would be a fun little accent. I'll try to use it all up 100%. Okay. Booties, yes, I could do booties. But I'll try a hat first, since that's what I told the parents to not buy. So I'll try that. Oh, there's so little stitches left. So I started with just 3 stitches in the middle. So 3 for the I-cord here, 3 in the middle, 3 for the I-cord. Now I have 6 here. Does that check out? I'm not sure. Might have made a mistake here and there, because I should have an odd number of stitches, not even even number of stitches, so not quite sure what happened, but doesn't matter anyway. Hmm. I was thinking, like, should I go back a few rows and fix it? But I don't think it matters. Okay, but now comes the sad part. Because I can't really finish it on stream. Because I need to finish it in the tutorial video. But I'll put a lifeline here so I can easily come back to it. So this is why I finish projects a lot slower than most of you probably, because I need to wait till I can film things so that I can show you how to do it. So I'll cast it off, but I'll have to unravel it after the stream to redo it. But this also gives me a chance to try to test my theory. So because I want to do a bit of an I chord bind off. That doesn't really work with this I chord. Okay, I already have to undo the thing. Oh, bye Ines. Thank you for joining. Have a great day. Job scope of a designer. Must love frogging. Yes. Yeah. Frogging kind of loses all meaning. But, you know, it's fun to get it exactly right. Okay, so I think I know what to do. Because this whole blanket, I've been using one kind of I-cord. And I think for the very last row, I need to do the traditional way of I-cord, slipping the 3 stitches at the beginning, at the end, and then knitting them all at the beginning. And then doing an I-cord bind off. Yeah. And then here's where I would sew them together. Right. So that's how I would finish the blanket. Now I've tested it so I can redo it for the tutorial video. Such a tiny triangle. It does seem to be a hole here, but I can sew that up. It's just because there are 2 decreases there. There it is. So that is... Oh, sorry, Momo. She's sitting behind me. Ta-da! It's done! Oh, it is really nice. I do think it's bigger than 80 times 100 centimeters. I do think it might be slightly bigger, but that's fine. Thank you. A lot of ends to weave in still. Oops. cozy. It's so squishy. Yeah. Very happy with that. And I have this left over, which may be enough for a small baby project. Either a hat or socks. We will see. So yes, I will be undoing the last bit so I can film the tutorial video for that. And then I plan this to go up on my Patreon page as just a full tutorial and pattern. And I think that will be really nice. And yeah, my sister-in-law, she's gonna be giving birth in May. But you know, she's in the Netherlands, and I'm going home in 3 weeks for Easter, so I really wanted to give it to them then, because you know, I could mail it, but I kind of want to give it in person. So yeah, I wanted to finish it in time before the end of the month. Thank you all so much. So sweet. Really nice and a great pattern for any yarn weight. That is true. You can do this with any yarn weight, and it doesn't even have to be a blanket, because if you make it a square, now this is a rectangle, but if you make it a square, you can fold it as a triangle and have it as a triangle shawl. You know, I would do that with thinner yarn. Oh, it's so nice. And good to know that you can make it this size with 3 100-gram skeins. I mean, I still have to block it. I think it will grow to be a bit bigger when it's blocked. But you know, garter stitch is very squishy. So you know, you can stretch it a lot, but you can also leave it, and then it will just be a little bit more dense. And garter stitch does take up quite some yarn, because it is so textured. Yeah. Okay, really happy with that. And it is exactly 2 p.m. So I think that is a perfect end to this live stream. And on the next live stream, I'll be back working on my colorwork blanket. Just worked on it a bit, and this is all I need to join. So I will leave that for Thursday, because I think that'll be fun to finish on stream. I just ran out of yarn there. So yeah, just this much to do. And then the border, obviously. Let's not talk about the border. Yes. So I will be back on Thursday. Feel free to be there. You don't have to join. Don't feel obliged. But I would love to see you. And yeah. Thank you all so much for keeping me company today. Yeah, this was really nice. Oh, forgot to put the chat on the screen. Yeah, thank you all so much. I had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. Yeah, and I hope to see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hope the weather is good. Hope you got lots of crafting today, and I'll see you next time. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.